Hey there, I'm Andrea Olson with the Go Diaper Free podcast, and today I'm going to record episode 117 for the podcast. It's 4 reasons EC works, why EC just makes sense. So let's begin. Welcome to the Go Diaper Free podcast, where we're all about helping you stop depending on diapers as early as birth. I'm your host, Andrea Olson, author and mom of 5 babies, all EC'd from birth, all out of diapers by walking. This is episode 117. 4 reasons EC works, why elimination communication just makes sense. So today, everybody, we have a guest post from Ariane, our certified coach serving Quebec, Canada. Ariane's native language is French, and I've done the best I can to help her edit her post into our native tongue here in the US. Many thanks to Ariane for this article that I'm going to share with you guys today. You can read the written version of today's show over at godiaperfree.com/117, where I will also conveniently link to all the things I mentioned in today's episode, and there are a lot of resources that she points you to. She and I will also be replying to comments over there, so come on by when you're finished. Why EC works. Elimination communication often puzzles new parents because it doesn't fit in with what we've heard or seen about parenting. In our culture, babies wear diapers. They wear diapers all day long, all night long. Babies have a diaper on their butt practically from the moment they are born until they are quote unquote ready to potty train, usually around age 3. We link to an article to learn about why readiness is a myth. You can check the show notes for that. To reinforce this diapering habit and delay potty training, we are told things like babies have no awareness of their elimination. Young toddlers can't use a potty. Kids under 2 don't have bladder or sphincter control. So these messages come from family and friends, caregivers, pediatricians, books, parenting blogs, everywhere. And when people we trust say these things, we tend to believe them. Therefore, we wait and wait and wait before we introduce our children to the potty. Elimination communication is based on a different version of the child, a different vision of the child than the one we usually have in contemporary Western cultures. EC parents firmly believe that their babies can feel and can control and can communicate their elimination needs. We try to answer their basic hygienic need by offering the potty to them. EC can start as early as birth. It can be practiced full-time or part-time, in combination with diapers or not at all. What parents love most about elimination communication is that it helps them understand their child and strengthen their relationship with them. So to understand why EC works, we need to forget everything we heard about full-time diapering and delayed potty training for just a second. If we change our paradigm for a moment, we can see that EC actually makes a lot of sense. Let's look at 4 reasons this is true. So we have a beautiful picture of her daughter at 10 months old over on the blog post, sitting comfortably on her mini body. Let's talk about the 4 basic principles of natural infant hygiene, which is another term for EC. Natural infant hygiene is based on 4 basic principles that explain why EC works. Maybe learning these 4 principles will inspire you to start pottying your baby sooner than you thought. Number 1, babies can feel they need to go. When babies are born, everything is new for them. The cold air, the bright light, the loud sounds. The world is a scary place for tiny humans. And that's why it's so important to cuddle them and carry them skin to skin. By submerging ourselves and our newborns in a dark and calm environment, we recreate the sensations of the womb. We know babies can become upset when their diaper is wet or dirty, but few of us know that babies can feel the need to eliminate before it happens. This feeling is especially strong for newborns, since defecating is a totally new sensation for them. Babies don't poop in their mother's womb, but they do pee. Just like digestion and gassiness can make newborns uncomfortable, the feeling of elimination can also cause a strong reaction. Young babies will express this sensation in a particularly vocal way in their first few weeks and months of life. They might scream or cry, not before they're wet or dirty, but because they need to go now. Of course, it's not a clear sensation for them. Babies don't have the full cognitive capacity to understand what is happening in their body. And nonetheless, they do feel it. newborns do feel their need to pee or poop. So if you want to start EC with your new baby, you can get the mini course Baby Meets Potty. It's linked in the show notes at godiaperfree.com/117. This course was specially made for babies 0 to 3 months old. So they do feel their need to pee or poop as a newborn. However, this sensation can be lost if it is not encouraged by frequent or even occasional potty visits. We have created disposable diapers with such an efficient stay dry effect that babies completely lose the sensation of elimination. Then they become toddlers, and after that, preschoolers who have no clue when they need to pee or poop. The ongoing habit of constantly wearing these highly efficient diapers for 2, 3, 4 years leads kids to disconnect themselves from their bodily functions, namely elimination. And that's why potty training can be so hard with older kids. Anything after 2, it just becomes really hard. They just have no clue what's going on. Starting early, even with occasional visits to the potty, upon waking, after meals, before the bath, will keep your baby connected and conscious of the feeling of his own elimination. This is really important. There's an adorable picture of Ariane's newborn over a top hat potty, which makes it very easy to start with a brand new newborn, and dads can do it too. There's a picture there of her baby's dad. And you can check that out over at the show notes at godiaperfree.com/117 and also find out where to buy a top hat potty. Back to Ariane. Yes, you can start EC even if your baby is older than 6 months. They don't have to be newborn. It is never too late to start infant potty training. You just have to adapt the method to the age and development of your baby. You can learn how to potty train at different ages in the blog post linked in the show notes as well. So that's number 1. Number 2, babies can express they need to go. We used to believe babies were simple. Feed them, change them, what else could they need? Fortunately, we now know babies are highly complex individuals with both physical and emotional needs. This ancient wisdom has made a comeback under the name attachment parenting. This parenting approach encourages parents to be fully aware of their baby's needs and to try to satisfy them as soon as they arise, or even better, before, so anticipating. Whether or not you practice AP or attachment parenting, it's good to recognize the variety of babies' needs and the ways they can express them. We know babies try to communicate with us when they are hungry, tired, cold, wet, etc. Well, it happens that they also express signals before they need to go potty. These signals are often confused with other primal needs because their communication capacities are not as refined as ours. Indeed, a baby may be crying for various reasons, and that's a signal for many things. However, many EC parents report that their babies have specific ways to communicate about their elimination. Yes, babies do tell their parents about this very specific need, and it can be very subtle that it's a little bit different from the signal to want to eat or to be tired. Potty learning is a great way to bring siblings together. There's a picture of her 2 kids pottying together. Split pants can be helpful to use the potty while staying warm, and there's a link to where you can get some split pants as well over in the show notes. Babies' capacity to communicate will get better as our babies grow in age and in developmental stages. Newborns may just scream or cry when they need to poop, but older babies can grab their crotch, crawl towards the bathroom, or point to the potty. When they get better at communication in both verbal and nonverbal ways, they may use baby sign language or simply say the words pee-pee or poo-poo or potty. If you want to learn more about baby signals and other potty tunities, I strongly, and this is Ariane saying, Ariane strongly recommends Andrea's Easy Start Guide. Read it, print it, put it on your fridge. It's a great tool all EC families should have, and it's free. And there's a link over at godiaperfree.com/117. So that was number 2. Number 3, babies can control their need to go. Watch out. We are about to explore the most countercultural EC premise. Babies get uncomfortable when they have to go. Okay, I can get on board with that. Babies may cry because of it. Sure, that still makes sense. But come on, there is no way they can control it. Well, yes, babies can control their elimination. Any EC parent will tell you that their baby can control his sphincter and bladder. Even if your doctor tells you babies can't hold it. When you witness it every day, how could you doubt it? Natural infant hygiene is the norm throughout cultures and history. Babies across all of human history have been born with the ability to control their sphincters. And this is Andrea speaking. That's why our species has survived for so long, because disease, right? It would be terrible if they couldn't control their sphincters right when they came out. If you're interested in the cultural variations of EC practice, listen to the podcast series, How People Potty Their Babies in Countries Without Diapers, and we'll link to those as well in the show notes. They are fascinating. Now, I'm not saying a newborn can hold his pee for hours. Far from that. Baby's capacity to control their elimination is very limited at first. Chances are you will have some misses, and you probably won't want to go for every one. As your baby gets older, and especially when a baby is given regular opportunities to use a toilet, he or she will get better and better at it. Just like their sensation and their communication skills get better with practice and habit, so will their control over their bladder and sphincter muscles and how long they can wait before releasing. Number 4, babies want to remain clean and dry. They want to. No matter how sophisticated the human species is, we remain mammals with primal needs and instincts. This is especially important when we try to understand babies. Because they are so new in the world, they are much more influenced by nature than by culture. Babies don't like being wet or soiled. That's why they cry when their diaper is full. But that's not the only thing. As mammals, human babies have the instinct to not soil themselves and the people who care for them. Aren't they well made? So to recap, we saw that babies can feel their elimination, they can communicate about it, and they can control it. Now I'm telling you that not only can they do all these things, but they will do them because they want to. Still skeptical? Tell me if this scenario is familiar. Your baby cries, but her diaper is dry. The second you remove the diaper, your baby pees on the changing table. That is their instinct at work. They want to remain clean and dry, so they wait for you to remove their diaper to do their thing. As we put all the above 4 reasons together, we start seeing that EC makes a lot of sense. If we can decode our baby and offer the potty at the right moment, our baby will take this opportunity to relieve himself in an appropriate place. This will allow him to remain clean and dry more often and for longer periods of time. As weeks and months go by, our baby will get better at communicating and holding it. We parents will also begin to know our babies better, and we will get better at EC too. Now, if you have a hard time pottying your baby at the right moment, like, how am I supposed to know when my baby needs to go pee? The Potty Time Master mini course is just for you. It will help you find the right moment to offer the potty, even if your baby doesn't signal his or her need to go, and we'll link to that in the show notes as well at godiaperfree.com/117. So I often hear parents say that they don't want to pressure their baby to use the potty, and I totally understand that. But the thing is, we don't have to pressure them. Infant potty learning is the most normal, natural, satisfying way to respond to our baby's hygienic needs. No pressure necessary. These premises may not make lots of sense in our culture right now, but they do when we examine them alongside the experience of all the EC parents around the world and across time. And we're going to link to the 1,000+ EC baby study article in the show notes. It is our mission at Go Diaper Free to bring back this knowledge and to integrate it into mainstream parenting for the good of all parents and babies. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Why do you think EC works? Is there anything I've missed? Please comment over at the show notes. Again, that's at godiaperfree.com/117. You'll see the full written version, everything we've linked to, and you can also answer that question. Head over and let us know. We'll see you over there. Till next time, happy pottying, y'all. I'm Andrea Olson, and you've been listening to the Go Diaper Free podcast at godiaperfree.com. Big thanks to Ariane in Quebec for contributing this post today. See you guys next time. All right. Well, that was fun. Please subscribe, hit the bell below, and I'll let you know when my next video is out. They won't all be podcasts. I'm just kind of recovering from having all 5 children, and this is the content for now. But eventually I will get back into making some videos for you guys because I've got a lot from 5 babies to share. In the meanwhile, let us know in the comments below, why do you think EC works? Is there anything that stood out to you today? We'll see you there.